high school, bro. Yo, David Thompson, I haven't been here in 6 years. Come with me. We're gonna go visit the teachers and we're gonna surprise the students. Let's go.
My good sir. Hey, hello everyone and welcome to Cares Bears Corner. Today we got an extra special guest coming on today to say hello to
Yo, what's up?
Baldylox
Baldy.
Vintage.
Hey.
Thanks for coming today, bro.
Of course, bro. Appreciate you having me.
How you been?
I've been really good, man. Thanks for having me. I am excited to be here, bro. I was just walking through like the auditorium, or what is that? That's the auditorium, or
The
that's
auditorium.
Like, the auditorium and
foyer?
the foyer, and I was like, wow, this really brought back immediate flashbacks. Even when I was driving up to this area, I was like, wow. I used to like do my 1K runs, 2K runs around the school, you know what I mean? Right there. So yeah, it was awesome.
Now, for those of you who don't know, we gotta ask, who are you? Who's Baldylox?
Yo, I'm Baldy. Actually, people may know me actually here in DT as Alex Chang. Apparently, I totally didn't know this too, but Tim mentioned that my picture is on top of the Trojan Market.
It's right next to the
It's
Trojan
right
Market.
next to the Trojan Market. That's my grad year, 2020. I am Alex Chang. I own a vintage store in the heart of Chinatown called Baldylox Vintage. And yeah, I love what I'm doing right now. I'm selling clothes and I love fashion. Big time.
Now, I know we're at DT.
Yes.
We gotta talk about how it all started. What's like the timeline? Starting there, like how'd you grow up to the Baldy business?
Oh, true. I would say 2018 was when I first got introduced into like thrifting and whatnot, because I was going there for a costume. I was looking for pieces for Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was like, I love that show growing up, and I was like, you know what I mean? This guy knows, he knows ball. But then there, I found like other and I was like, wow, I want to come back. This is a beautiful place. Like I never would have thought like a thrift store had so many gems, right? Came back every single day. But yeah, I started this myself back in 2018. Started actually out of David Thompson. I would be like literally selling out of a locker. I had like my regular people that would come by my locker and like ask me, do you have like new stock? And then later I made an Instagram page, right? That's when everything first started. Now this is like pivoted to 2022. Created my first website, started selling clothing out of like a different retail store. During the time it was called 4th Street. For about a year, I believe, I grew into another vintage store. I became a manager of a store. Cherry Pick Vintage, exactly, this guy knows. And then they helped me so much, honestly, like giving them their flowers, because they've like honestly raised me up, taught me a lot of things too. And allowed me to open my first store in 2024.
You went to like BCIT?
Yes, I went to BCIT, exactly. I did financial planning in BCIT. And it was solid. Like I would say I learned some things for sure. I didn't finish BCIT because I wanted to pursue Baldylox full time.
Flying big pivot.
This was during COVID, 2020. I was like mentally drained. I was like on the verge of literally like I had nowhere to go. Like my mind was like so closed. I felt like I just wanted to run away. I wanted to run away from my problems, and the thing that was in the forefront of all my problems was school. I couldn't go anywhere without school being in the way. Like there's so many things that I worried about during that time, and I was already at a very low period of my time because COVID. I couldn't see any of my friends. Literally for the time period, like my uncle and I would drop off food. I would never see them just because it's like boom, drop at the door, I pick up, boom, whatever the case may be. I was very in solitude.
What was your relationship with your family like while you were growing the business?
I just did everything that I could for my business because I knew that this was something that I was super passionate about. No one was to tell me anything. I said I wanted to work on this, so I'm gonna do it, you know? So the only thing is when I started opening my store, that's when people started kicking back and be like, you sure you want to do this? Like, this is a big jump. This is huge. You're paying, do you know how much you're paying, by the way? And do you know how much you're making selling these used t-shirts?
The doubts, right?
The doubts start kicking in, and which is fair. Like, that means they care.
They want to see you
succeed, right? During the time, I was mad. I was like, what? You never helped me, and now you're like, you don't want me to like win. You don't want me to grow. But I didn't really see the side that like they didn't know what I was doing and capable of, and for a hot minute, I didn't even know what I was capable of, right? But I knew from past experiences too, like before I opened my store, I think I was already at 80K followers, and I was like, everything just made sense. Like I was making really good like money online.
Just natural to like, it's the next step to open up.
Exactly. It just perfectly aligned, to be honest.
Do you get like the classic like Asian switch up? What's your like success?
Oh, bro, let me tell you one thing. My family,
Yeah.
well, okay, my really Asian side of the family is still like, you still doing that vintage business? Have you thought about going back to school yet? Still hit me with that, right?
Yeah.
But like my side of the family, that's a little bit more like whitewash. They're sending me like more places. Like they're sending me like second stores. Like they're like, yo, have you checked out this location? This might be good for your second grand opening. Like, you know what I mean? So my family is like, they're super supportive now, and the full proof was when they came in on grand opening day. The lineup was through like 2 blocks down, and then they literally walked in, their like jaw dropped. Like I had to pick that up, bro. And yeah,
Vancouver showed their love, bro.
exactly, Vancouver really did pull up. So that was amazing.
Walking in the shop, bro.
Yeah.
So welcoming. You got that like panda mirror on the wall.
Yeah, it's
you got
really
like
good.
the red sofa, bro.
Exactly.
Like it's I can feel like the vibes just like exuding from it. Right?
Thank you, bro.
And, like the
Appreciate it.
community just so nice. What is like catering the vibes like?
I feel like it comes in the people that come in too, because there's so much energy and there's so much like difference in people. That's why everyone that comes in is from a different family, from a different species, from a different upbringing, right? When I kind of give good energy, bro, energy from people like yourself, they come out, you know what I mean? So I think that's the best way to put it is, as long as you put out good energy in the world, good energy will come back. When you're destined to meet people because of good energy, that's honestly one of the biggest reasons how I met Gordon, Tech Joyce, someone that I'm getting closer recently to is Young Kai. So there's a lot of people that I like have just naturally found myself in. But I think for me, I see the store being that third space, that household hub where people feel so comfortable coming in because they know that they're gonna be greeted by like this bald dude that is always usually there, and it's just like a really good atmosphere to be into because you never feel like you're somebody that you're not. You never get judged in the third space. You never get judged in Baldylox Studios. It's very welcoming. Anyone of any type of upbringing, of any type of ethnicity can come in and not worried about being judged. And I feel like that's what community means to me, is somewhere that you can feel at home without feeling pressure from, I guess, the space.
If you don't mind me asking, can I ask about like your alopecia and like how it started, how you coped with it, and like how it's shaped you today?
Great question, bro. Damn, I actually haven't talked about my alopecia ever on the internet before because, yes, it is relatively a sensitive topic, but also like I just didn't know there was like that much advocacy for alopecia, so I didn't really like talk about it as much because not a lot of people are talking about alopecia. But when I was growing up, actually, I got alopecia. This was Aurelia, which is, it affects parts of your body. It won't affect like everything, right? So Aurelia happens when your hair follicles are in pretty much a war with your T cells, which are your like cells that are like the police officers that kill off any germs. So the hair follicles are known as the germs, right? So when I was at a young age, at 3 months old, I already lost my hair, all my hair on my head. And then later, when I was 9 to 10, that's when I had alopecia totalis, which is everything, like hair, eyebrows, on your legs, fingers, arm, and everything. And I think the biggest thing it affected me in all my like relationships, because no one, like in my family, there was no one that was bald or had alopecia, so it just felt very foreign to me. No one was there to be like, oh, this will get better, or don't listen to those like people that were bullying you because those people don't know. Like, no one told me that. I used to wear the hat, like literally glued on my head. Like if I could put Elmer's glue on my head, I would put that hat on, right? But I was like literally getting hit with like people being like this. Like it was a trigger for me. Literally people would come up to me, grab my hat, and then they would literally like just like say like, yo, Baldy, 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 or like they would stare at me and just be like laughing at me or whatever the case may be, right? But people would try to like literally grab my hat, right? Back then, I would go home crying. Literally, there was one time I like ran to my mom and she picked me up from school, and then I immediately bursted out crying because like there was nothing I could have done, right? But it definitely allowed me to want to get in fashion sooner because I knew that if I had one thing that I was insecure about, being bald, right? I felt like that necessarily shouldn't be my main point in being weak. I wanted to show off what other things I'm good at. I wanted to be out there in fashion. I wanted to style myself because like, well, obviously I couldn't style my hair, right? You know, and how could I like really stand out? By dressing well, by feeling confident in other areas. When I was in grade 10, I already started dressing like super different than everyone. I started wearing like crazy funky pants.
You used to be like a hype beast.
Hype beast. Oh, I was a huge hype beast. And I think that really sparked it. As I grew older, I remember grade 10, that's when Baldylox started growing as well. I took that hat off for the first time and I showed like my classmates and that I'm like bald. And that was like one of the pivotal times of my like growing stage of being confident in my looks and whatnot. So yeah, I even told the principal when they called me up because they heard that I was getting bullied. So they brought me to like the office, and then here actually I can't remember who the principal was, but he said, how did you deal with it? Like, how are you coping with the kid bullying you? Like, what did you learn? And then I said, like, honestly, I'm not mad at him because he also didn't know better. And then the principal was like, how did you get that conclusion? Like, that was really mature. And then I didn't really realize what I said until like, I guess it made sense. Like, I think that was one of the reasons why things recovered for me because like I knew that things will get better and that I was a kid at the end of the day. They were still learning. They haven't seen anyone that was bald before, right? So them bullying me was just an act of like just not knowing, you know, being ignorant and whatnot too. And it's way more common now to see a bald like young person now than before, because I think I was the only bald kid in my entire year, in my entire school actually. In DT, I think I was the only like bald kid. But yeah, everyone's down, right? Tweaks out. Or
Oh my goodness.
Mr. Noah!
Surprise.
No way!
Come here, buddy.
I'm doing what?
Oh my goodness.
Wow. I haven't seen Mr. Noah, I can't lie with you. It's my fault I haven't visited in years. Like,
Yeah, I know. I've been pretty sore about that. Hey, listen, I don't want to interrupt your...
No, you're good.
You want to come up to my class at 308
yes.
when you're done?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I told him that you were in the building, so...
Oh.
It's kind of like Elvis, you know? He's like that.
Dude, thanks, Mr. Noah.
We'll visit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Is it your goal, bro?
Dude, that's my goal. We've had no like bad interactions. I would say I hold this guy very highly in my like, I would say fundamental like growth stage, because he taught me like a lot of things with like business too. So yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That is insane. That was literally my submission.
So you're doing real well. I hear. Timothy was telling me that you're doing really well with your business.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, everything's going super well
You
right
got a bunch
now.
of employees down there too?
Yeah, I got a bunch of employees now, and like, yeah, things are looking really good. Honestly, I was actually one of the teachers I do remember was you. Like, every time I feel like when people ask me about DT, I'm like Mr. Noah.
Well, we got
Always.
along really well. I was a big fan of you. I loved that entrepreneurial spirit you had.
Thank you.
Even in high school, you know, you said you were doing that stuff and you were advising me. I was telling them, I said, I got to get some new clothes for the summer, Alex. What do you think I get? And he says, cargo pants, cargo pants.
It was huge. Cargo pants was huge back then. Absolutely. No, that's crazy. And Mr. Noah actually looks even younger since then. Mr. Noah looks great. Haven't aged up one bit.
Hook me up.
I will hook you up. Anyone here, just let me know. I'll hook everyone up here. I'll give everyone a discount.
Former student class president.
Class says, hey, it's an honor. It's an honor. But yeah.
And how much do those boots cost?
Not 2 weeks ago, how much there was. I can see you. Crazy. Actually, hey, 2 goats right here. These are the 2 goats. It's an honor. It's an honor.
A short time, but I'm so proud.
Right. Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate
Great
it.
to hear a success story.
Thank you. Yeah.
Coming from DT.
Let's go DT. I always rep DT. So people ask me where I'm from, I always say probably DT. Time goes so fast. But it's an honor to be here. I literally just went through the entire school and I like saw all like my former teachers as well. But yeah, like I miss this school. It's been a while.
Well, we miss you because honestly, we still talk about certain things that happened, certain people, and COVID was such a tough time. But you really made an impact.
Thank
so
you.
I really, yeah,
I appreciate it.
I really mean it. We missed you a lot. You know what? It's only 5 years that we see our students.
That's
and
true.
Sometimes that's the one thing that as a teacher I know I have to accept. All the things that you want to try to do and the things you want to try to instill or teach someone, sometimes kids are not maybe ready at a certain stage in their lives
Absolutely.
to understand or to put those things into action. And maybe I'll never see it as a teacher, but you have to keep hoping that
Absolutely.
that happens when they're ready. So I'm happy to have made any impact, and I think the impact was seen
time.
with you, not just by me, but by a lot of your teachers. So
Absolutely.
we're grateful to you.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Yeah, I miss this. And it's been such a great journey.
Well, when we heard that you were coming back, I know I was really excited.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The thing is, for all the stuff that I do, being the New Faces Leaders teacher, or sometimes being on scholarship committee and stuff, you do talk about the past.
Absolutely.
You do talk about the impact that one may have made, or what the intention was there, and your name has come up for sure, and we really felt that you made an impact while you were here. So
Thank you.
that's learning on our part too, right? So you can't just think that it goes top down.
Absolutely.
There's learning both ways, and that's what makes, I think, this profession so exciting. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at what you're doing in many ways too,
Appreciate it.
because I think that you have more to offer than the standard route that traditionally I feel like a lot of students might take, which is not bad for them, but I think that you have this extra that lends itself to, sounds like what you're doing now, putting your finger into many different pies, being
Right.
able to be creative and express yourself as well,
Absolutely.
as contributing and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's
Thank
really
you.
exciting.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming.
Anytime.
All right, give me a hug.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Way to go.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Appreciate you. Yeah, it's been a great time.
We actually want to say thanks for coming today. We got to hear this like little gift.
Thank you,
It's
bro.
from the OG spa, you know. We saw online you like the Boss Bakery.
Whoa, that's crazy. You know the boss making that's
The
insane.
Boss Bakery. We saw you like the after school eats.
Dude, what the F? Wait.
And actually this gift card. So.
Damn, thank you so much, bro.
Thanks so much for coming. That's been Carespirit's Corner, and we'll see you next time.
To stay.
Peace out.
And I wonder if you know what it means to find your dreams come true.
Yo, is your hair wet right now?
Nah, bro, it's hella dry.
Bro, no way. Carespirit, how's it feel? Bro, it's completely dry.
Bro, I know, man. Dude,
Let me feel.
you wanna feel too? Okay, go.
Yo, that's completely dry.
Oh, it is completely dry.
What do you use?
Bro, it literally is curl cream and leave-in conditioner.
Oh, I gotta try that.
Bro, you gotta try that next.
Thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Okay.